Today we started the Barbie zipline project, which has to do with the Pythagorean theorem. The formula for the Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where a and b are the legs of the right triangle and c is the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is the longest side and it is directly opposite that right triangle. And that red little box indicates that it is a right triangle, even if you can't tell because it might not be drawn perfectly. If you have the lengths of two sides, you can find out the length of the third side by using the Pythagorean theorem. So if a is 3 and b is 4, find the length of c. So technically, really, it doesn't matter if you want to call this a or this a, but I'm going to just put down 3 squared plus 4 squared equals c squared. 9 plus 16 equals c squared. 9 plus 16 is 25 equals c squared. And remembering, we have to take the square root of both sides. So we end up with 5 equals c. Therefore, the length of c would be 5. Here's another example on a right triangle. You have the legs of 5 and 12, and the hypotenuse is c. So we're going to do 5 squared plus 12 squared equals c squared. 25 plus 144 is c squared. And then go ahead and get 169 equals c squared. Take the square root. 13 equals c. If you need to use your calculator for this, go ahead. You can do that. Let's take a look at another one. Now, what would we do here? We know that the formula is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. But that's your c. So we're just going to fill it in. 25 squared. We have 24 squared is the b, and we don't know what the a is. So 24 squared is 576. 25 squared is 625. And now we just have equations. So we are going to subtract 576 from both sides, and you end up with a squared equals 49. Go ahead and take the square root of both sides, and a is 7. Now, sometimes you may have decimals in here, which is why I just go ahead and use your calculator and just round to the nearest tenth. So I'm going to put 3 practice problems on the next page, and that's what you're going to do for homework.